Here's another story where a licensed car dealership took in millions of dollars from payments from people on vehicles that they didn't have titles for. You'll see the link pop up on the screen here in a minute. And also you can click on the link at the bottom of the video. But just because it's a dealership doesn't mean that there may not be title problems. This was a dealership that had a multi-million-dollar fraud running for several years. They were indicted, but there were financial institutions that were defrauded out of millions of dollars. And basically what they did was do floor plan kiting. And what that means is that when a dealership takes in inventory into their showroom, they basically have a line of credit that they use to purchase their cars, whether it's from the manufacturer, sometimes from auctions or trade-ins. And that line of credit pays for the vehicle, and the lending institution normally holds the titles. Sometimes they give the dealership one title at a time so they can register it. But what happens is the dealership is supposed to pay for the vehicle when they sell it. So let's say a dealership buys a car for $8,000. The bank gives the $8,000 to the seller. Could be the manufacturer, could be an auction, could be a trade-in. And then when the dealership sells the car, let's say for $10,000, they're supposed to take $8,000 of that money, pay off the car, and then keep the profit. But what happens is when the dealership is having cash flow issues, they'll keep the whole $10,000 maybe to pay for their payroll, maybe to pay for their rent, maybe to pay for some other expense that they don't have the money for. And then they'll float that car. Well, if they don't pay for the vehicle from the floor plan bank, they can't get the title to pass along to the buyer. So sometimes the floor plan bank can be enticed to give the title. Sometimes they're given fraudulent information. Either way, either the floor plan bank or the buyer is going to have a title problem or a vehicle problem. In this case, there were $3 million of money that was floated out there. So be aware that dealerships can run into financial problems and kite titles just like an individual can. If you're buying a vehicle from a dealership, make sure that you see that title pass to you very quickly. If not, take action so you don't run into a problem with having a vehicle that you can't get a title for.